And similar traction we are noticing in India market, more on infrastructure and other issues. So that's the reason what we have done. We have added one more strategic segment internally to bring a focus, and we have added a hybrid segment to monitor its momentum, because we have noted, especially the Japanese OEMs are focusing on hybrids, and we know in India also the hybrid models are picking up. So on the hybrid models, what we noted, this quarter hybrid contribution was around 9%, and EV was around 10%, and going forward also this will remain, hybrid will remain to around 8 to 10% at this moment with the current booking, and our plan is further to increase going forward. For us, the Toyota volumes are picking up. That's a good sign. Even the part which we developed in Europe, the battery housing which we developed in 18-19, the volumes of that part also is increasing, which we have noted in last quarter, and that is again because all that part is going to all the hybrid models of Jaguar Land Rover. So we are concentrating on that area to
So Raghu, total contribution for hybrid and HV is now 19%.
Got it, sir. Thanks for the detailed explanation. And when you referred that through Samsung 3 models are being catered, would it all be relating to JLR, sir?
Yes, correct. All 3 are called Jaguar and Land Rover, correct.
To Vimal, sir, 2-3 questions. One on the aluminium prices. Recently, we have seen an increase in aluminium that gets passed on to customers, but with some lag. Would that be the reason why RM cost to revenue on a QOQ basis has gone up?
No, that is not the cost absorption, that is the sales mix impact. Because then when the contribution of two-wheeler goes up, so then, because these two-wheeler components are the unmachined, these are the only as cast parts. So that is the reason, and some, because it is you know that it is a pass-through, but the prices, when we compare the prices, so that also giving the impact in the consumption, because when aluminum prices goes up, so automatically the consumption ratio goes up.
Got it, sir. And ESOP cost has come down in Q1. What would be the number, sir, for Q1?
Q1 approximately now cost is down by 2.5 crore. Because the quarter 1 last year we had around 3.5 crore. Now this quarter 1 crore.
And for the full year FY25, what would be the number?
The total cost will be 4 crores full year.
4 crores. And margin 13.5% would be a fair number to assume for FY25?
That you have to take a call, boss.
Thank you, sir.
We cannot give such type of statements, you know that.
Just the last question so addition of this cold 4-box manufacturing facility, if you can elaborate on that, what could be the benefits for the company going forward?
So this is a technology, majorly a lot of foundries across Europe is using such technologies, and this is used especially for the structural parts. So we're having this technology way back in a European facility because we are supplying swing arms to customers like KTM, BMW, Ducati and many more. So recently in India, we added a structural part for the EV variant for Jaguar Land Rover, a bigger part of around 18 kg with a length of 750 mm. So for that, when we took business, we understood that part called for a better results in terms of strength, in terms of shrinkage, porosity and other aspects, and that's the reason we understood it's better to use the cold core box technology to give a unique solutions to our customer. With that approach, we added this technology, and now this technology we are seeing a good opportunity to add further from India business swing arms. At this moment, you know, motorbikes, high-end CC is a trend even in India, and a lot of OEMs have started in discussion for development of aluminum swing arms. So on such approach, we see adding up of this technology and then pitching to customer helps us as a USP and differentiates with other competitors to grab that business. We see such technology will help us further to grab other customers in such structural parts.
Got it, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that and wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Raghu.
Before we take the next question, we'd like to remind participants to press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from the line of Divi Agrawal from Ficom Family Office. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on the great set of numbers. So my first question is regarding the sales in the US. So I just wanted to know what would be the share of US in our total revenue, and what would be that number 3 years down the line?
At this moment, total is 30% of our exports roughly, and out of that 10% is to US and 20% is to Europe. Going forward, we see this US will increase to from current 10 to around 14 to 15% in the next 3 years.
Okay, and like as the market situation there is, tough there. So how do you see the market situation like improving there, or how do you see the impact on the demand there?
This is we are working on addition of new components to the new market. So if you talk about ICE, we just mentioned we added a big order for a premium two-wheeler segment, and there also we see a good volumes. So this is addition to the market which we play, and this is also will help us to demonstrate our unique USP in such products. Apart from ICE, we are also working on the EV portfolio, which Mr. Shyam will explain.
Yeah, maybe I understand what you mean. Currently, we are seeing some sentiments down in USA. So for that, we are keeping an eye. We follow some lead indicators, and also we follow the EDIs from all the OEMs. So we are seeing some dip over there over the existing customers. But with the addition of the new products, and also we are able to gain some share of business from our competitor. So that way we are seeing if we can nullify that impact, and we will deliver the numbers which we have committed.
Okay, sir, got it. And second question on the Indian business. So I mean, there are news that there are increase in unsold car inventory. So what gives you the confidence about growing the business, achieving the 1,600 crore target there? And also the competition is being tough in the die casting business. So recently, one of the competitors announced an acquisition of the domestic player. So how do you see the competition line there?
Yep. Okay, thanks for this question. If you see like the products where we are supplying the parts, like we mentioned in our speech, like we are giving the components for Toyota. So if you see the development of these parts takes 1 to 2 years of time and needs lots of know-how technology, and we are single source for these parts. So if customer is growing, we will grow with them, and we don't see the competitor can come in, because those are the entry barriers. First is the lead time, investment, and the technical competency. Second thing, if you have noticed from our introduction speech, we are also supplying to Maruti Suzuki, and there our competition is only their foundry. We do not have any other competition with the Maruti cylinder head. And we are seeing the demand from Maruti is really, really good, and we have triple our volume on YOY basis. Same way, if I touch the third customer, which we have mentioned, the Stellantis. So there they have installed the capacity of 300,000 cylinder head, and again we are the single source for them. So if we are single source, so we do not have the impact from the competition, and even if any competition will come, it will take minimum 2 years time to develop and complete the validation period. So I hope I am able to answer your question.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot and all the best, sir.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Aditya Sen from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for the opportunity. Sir, I guess we talked about the order pipeline, but I couldn't follow exactly. So can you please throw some light on the upcoming or the order pipeline that we have and the order inflows that we see in this year?
On the order pipeline, yes, if you talk about total businesses, what we added since 2023-24, so we have added a yearly average sales of around 1,500 crore. With this, our total project sale with the new projects will be of 9,500 over the year of 6 years. Of this, if I give you a bifurcation, around 23% is for the carbon neutral, around 10% for the hybrid, around 5% to the technology agnostic, and even 3% to the non-auto. And of this, 54% are for the global markets, and 24% contribution is with the new logos. And around 82% of this new added business is the four-wheelers. So this shows that we are booking business as per a strategy what we have defined. Coming to this quarter, yes, we have added 8 parts from 5 customers with a yearly average sales of around 150 crore and around 600 plus crores over the 5 years. This also we noted around 68% of the orders are from the global market. So same momentum we are going to follow. The inquiries from customers existing as well as the upcoming prospective customers are increasing, because today be a ICE, if you talk about expansion, be a hybrids or new technology or be a EV, almost all OEMs or major Tier 1 companies are actively working on such developments. And also, if you talk about new technologies, they look for a supplier who have got hands-on experience of developing such parts. And why Alicon gets that edge? Because such products we have already developed in a European facility 4-5 years ago. So for them also, they know very well, if they want to grab a business or enter the market, they have to go with a supplier who is having such experience and can deliver in a quick period of time. That's the reason they look for suppliers. As Alicon, we are there with two-wheeler, three-wheeler, passenger, commercial, all segments. So for them also, they are comfortable to discuss new opportunities with us, which we are looking forward to materialize in this financial year also.
All right, thank you for that. And you also mentioned that we are single source suppliers for Toyota. So is it only for Toyota or for all the OEMs that we supply to?
No, Aditya, for Toyota cylinder head, we are single source. It depends on the customer to customer and model to model. Okay, so not for all the parts which we are supplying will be the single source, but you can say more than 70% of the parts which we supply, we are single source.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, please press star and 1 on your phone. We'll take our next question from the line of Jyoti Singh from Arihant Capital Markets. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And sir, congratulations on the very good set of number in Q1. And sir, my question largely on the revenue side. So if you can guide us in Q1 revenue, it is largely driven by Maruti or other client is also there, but it is largely driven by Maruti. And the second question on the market share side on the parts, like cylinder head, how much currently we have market share? And on the new product side, which are major products like cylinder head we used to do?
On the incremental increase in Q1, the major drivers for us, yes, one was a market growth. The two-wheelers, we noted a good momentum, like HMSI more than 20%, Hero even 15% and so on. So that helped us to grab additional. Few were the new parts which we will be able to ramp up and deliver extra, like the major accounts like Jaguar. There we be able to generate additional. Few accounts we noted for the global market, especially US. For the current part, there was a little increase in the numbers which have added. So mostly was the market driven, you can say around 50%, and around 50% is the ramp-up volumes of the recent part we added, like Toyota and Maruti Suzuki. Coming now to the share of business, on the share of business to the Indian two-wheeler industry, it's around 35%, and we see a good momentum as the major accounts of the volumetric accounts like HMSI, Hero, the volumes are picking up. When we talk about four-wheelers, in four-wheelers, the share of business trend is mostly being compared with the OEMs. Yeah. So we are into a phase where we are adding cylinder heads from Maruti Suzuki. So if you have noticed, last 3 to 4 quarters, every quarter we are adding one cylinder heads. So we are further in discussion with Maruti to to transfer cylinder from their foundry to our location, again in Delhi, same local region. So with that way we are going to add share of business with OEMs like Maruti. Even Toyota, we just explained. Toyota also, the volumes are increasing with the high demand of hybrids. You might read the article in last week where they have announced a new plant again in Maharashtra. So there also we are aligned to increase the numbers, and also we explained on PSA where they are actively working on ramp up, and we are aligned with them. So going forward, yes, we see a good share of business opportunities also to add from four-wheeler accounts.
Thank you, sir. And sir, another question on the two-wheeler side. Like in 2018, we were more diversified toward two-wheeler compared to other segments. But now as two-wheeler pickup started in the rural, and also we are getting good business on that side. So going forward, it will alter the revenue mix to favor two-wheeler more, or it remain at the same level as we now diversified four-wheeler and two-wheeler?
Yeah, Jyoti, as Mr. Bimal explained, our focus more on the VA side, like value addition. What happens with the two-wheeler, most of the parts are as casted, like the cylinder head which we are supplying. But with the other customers, like four-wheeler customer, if we supply the other parts. So those parts are the machined components. So we are focusing more on the fully machined parts, where our value addition is more. So that is our focus area. However, whatever opportunities are coming for the two-wheeler, that also we are grabbing, but more focus on the high value addition.
Okay. So sir, going forward, we will see more expansion on the margin side, or it will be remain our target to achieve 14-15%?
The first target that what we fixed, I think 2 or 3 years back is 14 to 15%. So first is let's hit that number, because everybody looks for every year improvement. So it doesn't stop our goals, our focus. So I think first let's hit that number 14-15%, and then further opportunities, because it is a continuous process, the improvements on the both sides, on the how to improve my value addition from the customer, how to reduce my cost, and at the end how to improve my bottom line.
Yeah, sure, sir. And so this last question on the aluminum side, as Alicon is the leader in the aluminum product, but now as EV penetration is increasing, more of the OEM targeting to be in the EV. So a lot of peers, they are also targeting new products in the aluminum. So are we facing competition, or we are fine at this level?
Jyoti, first of all, competition is always good for the health of any company. So we also don't want a weak competition. We also want a very strong competition. But just to add that, as you know, we were very strong in ICE, and also in the EV, we have developed more than 90 components. And in the EV also, we are concentrating on very, very critical parts with the thermal management, where no other competitors are there. And this is also recognized by not only the domestic customers, but also the global customers. So that's why if you see, we are supplying the parts which is going into the Tata vehicles, Switch Mobility, all the vehicles which we are on the Indian road, and also the global customers like Jaguar and Land Rover. They have given us the business for the EV part, considering the capabilities which we have developed for the EV component and especially with the thermal management. So we are, equally excited if hybrid or the EV vehicles comes more on the ground and our aluminium content will further increase.
Great. Sir, just one last on the order side. Our order execution is on the track. Just wanted your view on that.
Yeah, orders execution is on track. So this year also, we see we are going to be very close to our targets. We also mentioned in the previous questions, we see a dip in few accounts, like PSA, they're not able to cope up with the volumes. Especially the hit was with other suppliers not able to catch up with some quality issues, but we are keeping a close eye to cover up such opportunities with other accounts. But we see we are going to hit what we promised or what we aimed in the new business.
Great. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Raghunandan from Nuvama Wealth Management. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity again, sir. To follow up, firstly, in order book, what would be the share of cylinder head? And secondly, capex of 150 crores, how would you divide it between capacity expansion, product development, R&D, and maintenance capex?
So, Raghu, on the capex side, approximately now for this year we are having around 150 crores. So, on the maintenance we can take around 30 crores. And then this year we are also focusing on the automation side, the putting up the lot of robots, just to improve the quality, and now we have to control the manpower cost. So there also a allocation of around 25 crores for the robot automation, and the balance amount is for the new projects.
Got it, sir.
The four-wheeler cylinders would be approx 20 to 25% at this moment, which we see further also to 20 to 25%.
This is as a share of order book, and in revenue it will be over 50%.
In revenue, four-wheelers, it's mostly into passenger vehicles, because in commercial those cylinders are into cast iron. But in passenger vehicles, yes, we mentioned the contribution, we are aiming to around 36 to 37%, and major will be a cylinders. So you can say around 30% will be to the cylinder business.
Got it, sir. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Manas Jain from Just Enterprises. Please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go
Hello.
ahead.
So I just wanted to, you mentioned in the presentation there are some one-time items. So I just wanted to understand can you quantify what is the one-time item, how much it is, and how much is expected to carry on for the rest of the year?
So one time approximately we have got a hit of around 4 crores in Europe. That I have explained the reason, keep people, the supply of the people. So that has impacted people cost as well as the impact on the operational cost also.
Okay.
So on the quarter basis, maybe there will be a little impact in the quarter 2, but in the quarter 3 there will be no impact.
Okay. Got it. Fair enough. And also, second question, I just wanted to know that, we are talking about hybrid and other stuff. I also noticed that CNG is also picking up. So is there any place where we are also supplying parts in this particular segment as well?
Few accounts we are there, like Mahindra and Tata Motors, where we see opportunity. But it's more with the small commercial. And even the Bajaj recently they have launched, and we got this opportunity to develop a cylinder for them. So that market also we are touch basing. Good for us if it picks up going forward.
Okay. Because Maruti of late also has a lot of CNG vehicles they are offering, so that's why I had a question there.
And if you see the cylinder head which we are supplying, that is common for the ICE and the CNG vehicles.
Okay, got it.
Whatever vehicle they sell, our product will go, Manas.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. We'll take our next question from the line of Abhishek Kabra from AN Securities. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, I just need to confirm that the 6%, the other segment that you have from the defense sector, and the defense target for the 5-year export is very high. So is there any benefit that gonna come in?
Sorry, Abhishek, if you can repeat your question.
I was saying that the 6% other segment that is from the defense and all, I was asking the defense sector, there is an export given by the government. So is there any benefit you're gonna receive from that or not?
No, Abhishek. The parts which we are supplying for defense, it is for the domestic application, and mainly we are giving to HBF and also to the BEF. That is for the domestic application.
Okay, and another question is that you have given more focus on the hybrid cars and all, and seeing that the EV ratio is from your end, and seeing that there is a more of a EV in the market. Will that be bad for the good for the company? Because seeing that you are more focusing on the hybrid items and development.
Yeah, Abhishek, I just want to clarify what happens with the aluminium content. If you see ICE vehicle, the aluminium content is in the range of 100 kg to. If you see the hybrid or the EV, the aluminium content increases up to 300 to 350 kg. So if more hybrid and the EV cars and the commercial vehicles will come in the market, it will be beneficial for all aluminium casting companies. So it's good for us also.
Okay. Thank you so much. And have a great day. Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take that as last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to management for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. I hope we have been able to answer all your questions satisfactorily. Should you need any further clarifications or would like to know more about the company, please feel free to contact our team or CDR India. Thank you once again for taking the time to join us on this call, and we look forward to interacting next quarter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, members of the management team. On behalf of Alicon Castalloy Ltd, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.